Dear all, I realise it must have been a traumatising few days without hearing or knowing anything. I shall attempt to explain the events of the past in full so you may understand what we're up against. I shall describe the events that passed in the phone research facility from James's perspective, as I have little memory of my own, and what I can remember I have no wish to revisit anytime soon.
It begins with waking up in a cage, entirely devoid of light except in the distance, blue bars. Silhouetted with his back against the turned, is he who wears and listen to 6 foot man. I mean, come on, really? He's well over 6 foot. Anyway, the light appears to be over the table.
You must understand the events that pass are painful to recount. And it is only for my own long-term benefit that I try and find humour in the subject. For when 6 foot Adam sees you are awake, he drags you out of your cell and replaces me on the table with yourself, i.e. James.
Then the pitch of the noise is slowly lowered. You feel your whole body changing, like it's slipping down a gear and you're experiencing aging without the obvious health deterioration. You feel like you could not will yourself to live for more than one person. You're putty in the hands of the men that surround the table as the whistling slides lower and lower. Beyond a certain level, and suddenly you realise in no uncertain terms that you are dying. They are killing you. You look at your hands and realise with horror that you have sold him like a foe that has reached the end of his lifetime.
It is then that the tables have turned. The 6 foot man screams as your ever faithful Emma swipes through his shins and sends him tumbling. She grabs him by the hair and cuts at his throat. In horror, the gruesome experiment is postponed. Thoughtful larger slips and tight-fitting, rather natty glowing green bracelet to your dissolving wrist. And instantly your body begins to withdraw. Returns to some sort of living state. Your thoughts that were once hazy are now heightened above and beyond your original capacity. The doctors are now subduing me with electric cathode pods. This is when you realise there is something about your body that is not as it once was.
With a simple thought, the operating slab is cracked and you fall through. You stand up, a security guard turns and runs at you. You reach with your hand and touch his chest. A crack echoes between you and him, and he crumples with some force unconscious at your feet. Wading through your now chaotic laboratory, you simply touch. There is a crack, accompanied by a sort of buzzing decay as the corporation workers fall at your feet.
Now all that is between you and your hapless Emma is a couple of guards and a 6 foot man. He does not object to your lethal touch that seems to make men quiver at your feet. He wants to experience it, to nurture his loathing for you, and to learn what you may have to offer. The guards see him fall in their peripheral vision and scramble to get away. You are merciless, grabbing one and maybe slightly too much force as he falls to the floor, blood creeping from his ankles. You take the metal bars in your hand and the waving harmonic begins.
You focus, it dies down, the bars bend as if rubber.
Where you have whatever it is you have, I have my wits, only momentarily shaken by the agony of repeated electrocution. I advise you a vent on the wall to break, and you do so. At first there is no notable effect, but
The mountaintop at night is deadly, but not as deadly as the gas fire that has now started in the building on the mountain. We run together down the hill through the snow, pausing only to take cover as the explosion rocks the surrounding valleys like a cannon through the hull of a ship. And much like a ship that has had its hull blown in, the mountains sort of sink, and soon we are running again as rocks crumble around us. We reach a crest, there is a gunshot, and turn as one.
you turn as one, and there is Adam, the 6 foot man, poised on the false summit behind us. He takes aim. There is another avalanche that sweeps between us, and he is obscured from the view. Again, we run. So, Eric, Ben, Aaron, make of this what you will. Please tell a story, but remember that they are watching you. They will use any excuse to end your fragile normality as they have ours. Look for us by all means. You will only find when we want to be found. Stay alert for developments and distrust all the phone says or does. As are you. We are waiting. But unlike you, we think our wait will be shorter. They make the next move. Your friend, Emma.